the only way to resolve Rivers crisis for Rivers State people to have a peace is by cutting Wike down to size, and that is the only key to resolving Rivers crisis. This is coming from Baba Ye, who is this Baba Ye, that the only way to have peace in Rivers State is to make sure that Wike is cut to size. Cut to size. What does he mean by that? Let's just look at what he meant by this statement. Comrade Baba Aye, a veteran trade unionist and activist, is co-convener Coalition for Revolution and a council member Progressive International PI. Baba Aye, former Deputy National Secretary Labour Party and former National Convener United Actions for Democracy during the June struggle and member National Implementation Committee of the Campaign for Democracy. He's the only one having this all this title or the position he has held in the past. Where he spoke to Ejikeme on current issues in the polity, including the recent bombing in Borno State. The latest bombing in Gaza in Borno State caught security agents napping, and he was asked that, what do you think about the incident? He said, this development cannot but fill one's heart with sadness. My thoughts and sympathies go to the loved ones of the over 30 people in that synchronized bombing. The extensive use of women and girls to carry out these attacks over the years is a pointer to the heartlessness of the top hierarchy of Boko Haram strategy. Between 2014 and 2017, for example, they used over 200 females for this purpose. That is the highest number of the use of female bombers by the terrorist group in the world. Some of them were earlier taken and then coerced or brainwashed. That being said, it is also important to know that this recent development is a pointer to the point we have always made, that it will be an illusion for the Nigerian government to think they can defeat insurgency in the northeast militarily without addressing the underlying cause of impoverishment, disillusionment, and illiteracy in the region. There will always be a material base for the sect to replenish its forces in one way or the other and operate. Some House of Representatives members have called for a return to regionalism and a single term of 6 years for presidents and state governors. Okay, and he said there's a Yoruba saying about the foolishness of those who leave leprosy to battle over curing scabies. Is the fundamental problem facing the poor masses in Nigeria that of governance structure? Is it not more about mass hunger, suffering, hopelessness, and the economic structure which generates this reality for the immense majority of the population? Those making the call know why they are making it. It is not because they have the interest of the people at heart. If they do, what they should be talking about is how to ensure that the resources of the country are used to provide for the welfare and well-being of working class people. No capitalist regime will willingly do this, irrespective of the governance structure. Even the welfare state in post-World War II Europe was not structured out of the benevolence of the capitalists. In those advanced economies, they were afraid of workers' power and gave that as a concession. You can see that they have largely rolled back those succession or concessions with neoliberalism. So if you ask me, instead of taking or talking of returning from the kingdom of Satan to that of the devil, I would simply say that we overturn this hell we are living in. What we need is a government of the working people with state power vested in democratic bodies of delegates elected from the workplaces, firms, and communities to the people who are easily recallable if they compromise the collective will of the liberated working class. Okay, how do you think the protracted River State crisis could be permanently resolved? This is the question that's been through this to this Babaye. How can this crisis be permanently resolved for peace to return in that state, River State? He said the situation in River State is a graphic picture of the self-serving nature and arrogance of the band of crooks ruling our country. This tragicomic drama unfolding there also shows you that party and party discipline mean nothing. All that matters is money and power. The PDP has not even been able to call Nyesom Wike to order simply because of the money he has lavished on them and the position he occupies in an APC government. There can be no resolution of the wahala in that state. If Wike is not cut down to size, the problem is who will bear the cat. The governor Simfubara's flexing of muscles over the local government chairman does not seem to have given him the results he wanted. People were killed. Their blood is in the hands of the elite elephants fighting that are making people at the grassroots bear the brunt of this nonsense. President Tinubu is equally culpable and should be held to account. The kite of state of emergency which they are floating must not be allowed to land. Peace cannot be brought to bear without justice and the people taken to the street to say enough is enough. Discussions okay are on over the plan to purchase the two presidential jets for the presidency. This is another question being thrown to this man. Okay, and he has answered in his own best interest. The bottom line is how Wike can be cut to sizes. If not, the problem will continue to escalate according to Babaye. Do you really think what he said is the right thing? So who is going to bear the cat? Himself asked the question. Very essential or without delays. Unfortunately, Tinubu had vested interest for APC, thus escalating a crisis while emboldening Wike and his co-travelers. So what are you waiting for? Cut him now. Just do it. Don't tell us. All the best wishes for successful cutting. Bro, not only cut to size. What River State people cut sizes to, it's worse than zero. Some people are of the opinion that say yes, he is right. Okay. Some say he's not right. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.